Cop laughing about grad student, Indian, killed in police car collision forum. Cop laughing about grad student, Indian, killed in police car collision. Yeah, just write a check of $11,000. She was 26 anyway, she had limited value. Seattle police officer caught on cam laughing and making light of the death of a young woman who was struck and killed by a cop car, joking she had limited value, and the city should just write a check. Netizen 1. Oh, I just realized, like I recently moved abroad and I got to tell you I'm having horrible experience till now. I had a recent experience in the ER and it was shitty, OMG. Even with money you can't get a good treatment and a timely one. Guys, the answer to our problem shouldn't be leaving India anymore. I'm not saying this from patriotism, it's real. You go out, you are looked down. Culturally, we have progressed enough to be a little comfortable, but to the outside world, at least the majority, we are always going to be second-class citizens. We need to do better and solve our issues, call out bullshits and fight for our needs within the country. We can't afford the solution, leave India, it's way better to fix our country. And it's not that bad, like the way we have progressed in a lot of aspect is pretty good. Credit needs to be given where it's due, like I honestly was pretty shocked to see the financial system of countries like Germany and Poland where it takes days for the money to be transferred unless you pay extra. Mark my words, people who have experienced a medium luxury life, including decent health, UPI, hospitality, are going to have a tough time settling abroad. Netizen 2. I would recommend go to US for the money, send as much as you can back home and invest. And after 8 to 10 years, once you have completed most of your bucket list, come back in India and live the life of convenience and comfort. Netizen 3. She died while crossing the road and a patrol vehicle going at a high speed collided with her. Please do not pretend like road accidents are something that happen only in the US. There will be an investigation into the police officer laughing at this incident, and rightfully so, unlike India where such an incident would probably be swept under the rug. Also, race has not been determined to be a reason for the police officer's behavior. He clearly calls her a regular girl. Without proof, please stop this second-class citizen talk. Netizen 4. I don't think this incident is connected to her being Indian, unless the guy was saying $11,000 because of it. But it's still appalling, and IMO, made worse because she's an immigrant. Worse still, the cop that killed her was going 3 times the speed limit, without lights or siren, and she had right of way. That cop who killed her faced no discipline. It's disgusting all the way around. Netizen 5. All of these bootlickers defending the cops by calling it dark humor can go ahead and piss right off. The reality is that the cop who investigated the girl's manslaughter and the union bozo who was probably talking just as much shit about the poor girl found the whole situation laughable to the point where they dehumanized the victim. This is the crux of the issue, and no mental gymnastics will change that. Absolutely no empathy from either of these assholes, and I guarantee you that this is not a one-off situation. This has most likely been something common, and it's clear in the video that he realizes he fucked up and turns off the mic for his body cam. Take qualified fucking immunity away from these asshats and humanize this poor girl. A 23-year-old woman who had her whole life ahead of her only to be cut short because she followed the law and used a crosswalk. The cop that hit her was going 74 miles per hour in a zone that required cars to normally go 25 miles per hour. The call was for an overdose apparently, so I can't comment on if going that fast in a 20-ish zone was the right thing to do, but I can comment on the fact that absolutely no one took real responsibility until someone in charge of reviewing bodycam footage found the footage so disturbing they had to report it. Netizen 6. Cops in USA have way too much power. They're no less than gods. He will just get a slap on the wrist and go on his way. They are pigs any given day of the week. They are nothing but a government-sponsored gang. It's not even about being Indian, they wouldn't have given a damn even if it was a local/white. Even if this guy is about to be fired, he will willingly resign so that it doesn't affect his pension and will probably join the police in another town 20 minutes north/south of Seattle. But this guy will not be stripped off law enforcement license in Washington, which can actually affect his career. Nope, people who have no skills or have been bullies become cops. Imagine spending more time to become a plumber than a guy who has deadly weapons. 6 months of training to be a cop in USA. Netizen 7. Some cops give the profession a bad name, and it happens so often that I'm starting to realize why some people are so anti-police. I'm not back the blue, I'm also not a cab. Netizen 8. It's not just some bad apples giving the profession a bad name. It's the logical consequence of removing accountability for a wide range of incompetent and malicious behavior from a profession that holds a lot of power. Netizen 9. It's not a few bad apples. It's like when 25-33% of your apples are rotten, you might start to question what's wrong with the orchard.